Alright, here's a short video on testing for symmetry about the x-axis, y-axis, and origin. This is the same question as we saw on the quiz 1.1 to 1.3. And I just saw a lot of mistakes on that problem, and that just goes to show that I probably haven't explained it clearly enough. And so I'm making this short video to explain it here. Okay, so testing for symmetry, we got to test all three. So we got to start with, or we can start with, and I'm going to start with x-axis symmetry. Okay, x-axis symmetry is the one where we plug in a normal x but a negative y, and we hope to see this equation come out the exact same. And so if I plug in a negative y, that's negative y equals negative x to the 8th minus x to the 4th plus 2. I'm going to divide this by negative 1 so I can try to get y to look back like normal, which divides everything over here by negative 1. I end up with y equals a positive x to the 8th plus x to the 4th minus 2. Okay, this is not the same equation as what we see up here, because this is no longer negative, this is no longer negative, it's almost the exact opposite actually. Okay, so this is a no because we got a different equation there. Alright, so then I try to do y-axis symmetry. And for y-axis symmetry, this is where we use a negative x but keep the y positive. And so this becomes y equals a negative x to the 8th. So you can see the negative stays on the outside, and I'm replacing x with the negative x. Okay? And then I do minus negative x to the 4th, and then the last one is plus 2. Okay? Well, y is y, minus stays on the outside, negative x to the 8th. 8th is even, so that's going to make it positive. Just like x, negative x squared makes it positive, negative x to the 8th makes it positive. So that becomes negative x to the 8th again, because again, that minus sign on the outside stayed. This minus sign on the inside went away because we did the 8th power. Okay? Now we have minus again, same kind of thing happening. 4th power, it's an even power. This becomes x to the 4th power. So again, the negative on the outside stays. The one on the inside goes away because it's the 4th power. And then plus 2. Okay? Now this equation here is the same as the original. Negative x to the 8th, negative x to the 4th plus 2. And that's what I have here. And so this one here is a yes, has symmetry about the y-axis. Okay, and then the last one, we still got to test the origin. Origin is you plug in a negative y and a negative, oops, sorry, that's not the order that goes in. You plug in a negative x and then a negative y. Well, you plug them in at the same time, and so this becomes negative y equals negative x to the 8th minus negative x to the 4th plus 2. Well, this is negative y on the outside. We're going to see the same kind of thing happen here where because we're using these even powers, it's going to be negative x to the 8th. Again, the one on the outside stays, the one on the inside goes away. Minus x to the 4th plus 2. Now I'm going to divide everything by negative 1, and I get y equals x to the 8th plus x to the 4th minus 2. And again, that's like what happened in the x-axis one here. That is not the same as the original, so it is a no to the origin symmetry. And the only symmetry it has here would be the y-axis right here. Okay, so hopefully this video helps clear some stuff up. If you have more questions, always let me know.